Hey there, good folks. Dr. Charlie Brown here. It is a Sunday, the day of this recording, and I had coffee with a friend earlier, and I've been thinking about, he and I were talking about a lot of things, but it had me thinking about the idea that we can change our story. No, we can't take things that have indeed happened and make them not have happened. But what we can do is we can change, what the future of that looks like what the ending of that story is. We can change that in the moment. And we can also change what we lead with, how we present our own story. I have an example in my own life. When I was a young teenager, I did something that I was really ashamed of it, and it brought a lot of negative emotions. Negative emotions are emotions. It brought a lot of unpleasant emotions. It didn't feel good to have done the thing, to think about doing the thing, to just have any of the energy surrounding the thing. And for most of my teenage years and into my early 20s, I would lead with that story. I was like, you can't possibly know me and love me and whatever, because I'm this horrible person that did this horrible thing. And I was leading with that every single time. And so what I learned at some point in right around 19 or 20, I figured out that I was the common denominator in the stories I was sharing about myself. That seems obvious, but what I mean by that is that I was the one continuing to make the same decision over and over again. And in order to change that, I needed to lead with something different. So I needed to just present myself in a different way, with a different version, with a different part of my extended story, with a different part of that kind of leading the way, instead of the one that was so broken and hurt and shame-filled, that I could create this new existence from this point moving forward. And the thing about that is that you can do that too. So I want you to take a look, or take a listen, or take a feel about the stories that you present about yourself. What do you say over and over? Are you downplaying yourself? Oh, this whole thing, women do this a lot. Men do it in different ways, but women, if you compliment a woman on her dress or her lipstick or something, her dress, she might say, oh, this old thing, or she might say, oh, I got this for $5, as if that takes away from how beautiful she may look. It also shows up in bigger, long-standing things. Do you call yourself stupid a lot? Do you curse at yourself? Do you say how dumb you are, or how whatever you are, how klutzy you are, whatever it is? Think about the messages that you give yourself. I saw a video. There's a video on the interwebs of it's addressing this thing where there are two best friends. I believe both of them are women. And they wrote down all of their own self-talk, and then in kind of a sacred space, they read it aloud to their best friend. And that was a very moving but really eye-opening experience for those two women, because they realized how mean they were to themselves. In a lot of spiritual work later, I am not even sure if the story I had been leading with, I'm not even sure if it's true. So that brought a whole new layer and dynamic to a story I told for a good chunk of my life. And now I lead with a different story. One of my spirit women, I have a collection of spirit women, and I have one spirit man, so I have to say spirit people, but she's one of my spirit women. We've been working lately about me really being intentional with the story that I'm creating, both with my words and with my actions. When I was complaining about the place where I am presently and am leaving, and that's a whole other video, me and my leaving. When I was complaining about it and complaining about it and complaining about it, I was getting more to complain about. The moment I stopped complaining about it and tried to reframe it as something else, as something to be grateful for, it was really within like a day or two, I had even more things to be grateful for. So today I encourage you to be mindful, pay attention to the story that you're telling about yourself, the story that you're leading with, or the aspects of the story that you're leading with, and see if that's what you want to present. Is that the person you want to be? Is that the ideas you want to represent to the world? How do you want to move in this world? The way to get there, a beginning way to get there, is to be mindful about what you say about how you want to move in this world, and stop self-talk. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop telling yourself all these terrible things about yourself, because you know what? Your cells, your body believes that. So give your cells and your body and your amazing energy field something different to believe in and to believe, and show yourself a different way to move in this world. All right, good folks, that's our Charli Chats for today, and I will connect again with you soon. Take great care. Bye-bye now.